It's delicious.
No.
Basically, in this experiment, what we did is we put yeast and vinegar into some sciencey tubes, and then we put water and yeast into another sciencey tube, and then we added flour to said sciencey tubes, and then we saw how much the flour rose in both of the sciencey groups. And yeah, that's the experiment. That's the experiment. That's basically the experiment. Yeah.
Shut up. Okay, so we got some ingredients for a super scientific experiment. Alright, we got some 2 large bowls for mixing, and we got some 30 falcon tubes. Those are those little beaker things that you see in science videos. 15 blue caps, which are caps. 15 aquamarine caps, which are like blue caps, but they're aquamarine. And then we had 100 milliliters of water and 100 milliliters of 0.833 molar acetic acid, or you just use vinegar. 2 clean spoons, 140 grams of bleached flour, 10 grams of sugar, 3.2 grams of yeast, and chopsticks for stirring. And that's all the ingredients. I hope that was interesting.
The study question: the difference in addition of a concentration of acetic acid on the metabolism of yeast cell cultures. So the reason that we used distilled vinegar was that it was a viable option for simulating acidic environments and was used for this experiment. It also contains acetic acid, which is used for a lot of biological studies. The reason for our experiment was yeast are known to have very low tolerance to pH level. There is a small addition of acidic conditions, and this could lead to an immense reduction in yeast metabolic production. We will be comparing a pH of 2.4 with 0.833 acetic acid, that's what 5% distilled vinegar is, and compare this to a water mixture of having pH of 7. So drinks such as kombucha do use acidic conditions during fermenting yeast with a pH above 4.5, but we will use more acidic conditions to try to test if the yeast metabolism can go even lower.
Oh, here's our experimental process. Experimental process.
You might want to restart that.
You going?
I'm going, yeah.
Here's our experimental process. 1. At the same time, place 30 tubes upright using a tube rack into an 85 degrees Celsius environment. We used an incubator. Wait 3 hours and then take them out. Record the results and create a data table separating the water and acetic acid conditions, and record the height in milliliters of each of the flour solutions within each falcon tube. There are some clear differences between the 0.8 molar acetic acid sample and the water sample. The acetic acid sample had a mean growth of 1.63 milliliters, while the water sample had a mean growth of 13.73 centimeters, which is far higher. While both samples had a sample size of 15, the water growth also had a standard deviation that was much higher than the acetic acids at 2.46 milliliters versus 1.25 for the acetic acid. The water column has a median of 13 versus a median of 1 for the acetic acid.
So we conducted a 2-sample t-test to compare the mean volumes of both of the groups, and this yielded a p-value of 6.1 times 10 to the negative 14th, which is significantly less than a significance value of 0.05. Therefore, we can reject the null hypothesis, and we can conclude that the true population mean of change in the volume of the solution using 0.833 molar acetic acid is less than the true population mean of change in volume of the solution using water. So we also created a confidence interval for the difference in the mean volumes for both of the groups, and this turned out to be negative 13.5833 to negative 10.6167 milliliters. And from this we can conclude that we are 95% confident that the interval, as stated before, captures the true difference in the means between the yeast growth in vinegar and the yeast growth in water.
Adam, what are you doing?
He's just chilling out back there.
I'm just having my hand in the non-Newtonian fluid.
Hey Martin, you ready?
Yeah. What? Just go.
The water one had a much higher standard deviation at 2.46. Did you just fart? Camera, back to me. We're still using this take, okay?
No.
Hey, Johnny.
What you doing there? That's for our experiment, Johnny. That's for our experiment. What you doing with it?
It's so bad.
Keep the fart. Keep the fart part. You need to edit in all the bloopers.
Look, it's you tell me to do it.
Oh.
Okay, so the question that we're studying.
Hey, everyone.
Drinks such as kombucha do use acidic conditions during fermentation.
Acid sample and the water sample.
So bad.